What makes Star Citizen? Why Star Citizen? What is Star Citizen? This is a question that was asked me recently by a friend of mine, Colsey. It was a question that made me think. And I think the answer to that question is very simple. These are two completely different kind of games. Yes, they are both set in space. Yes, you have quests and adventures you can do. But there is one major difference between Star Citizen and No Man's Skies. And that is, in No Man's Skies, you have a larger quest which you have to follow through. You are a hero of a sense, an adventurer, a this, a that. And this is all cool and all, but when you play the multiplayer with each other, you always feel disconnected. There is never a shared quest line that you can play with your friends. The only thing you truly do with your friends is explore, build ships, and just do random stuff. But the storyline, the gameplay, the core element of what the game is about always feels separated from each other. Star Citizen, you are not a hero. You're not the savior of the universe. You are but another person in the verse, trying to make their money, trying to find themselves in this universe. And that is what makes Star Citizen such a unique experience. You install the game, grab your ship, invite your friend into a party, you share a quest or a raid, and you go out there and you experience it together. Everything is persistent in the universe of Star Citizen. This is one core element that I can never stress. It is such a cool feeling. Like in the last video that I posted, where traveling through space, I came across an abandoned ship. I was able to basically figure out a way to destroy the elevator and try to get into it, which I sadly did not. But this is such a cool little feeling. This experience in that itself, that is what Star Citizen is. Random encounters with just pure brain-breaking elements of graphic detail. And also, I'm glazing this game. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm glazing it, but I absolutely am, because it's such a great game. A game that I also never almost didn't play because of negative reviews, because of disinformation that I've had seen on the internet, still hear on the internet, and keep hearing on the internet. And I feel that's what's keeping more and more people away from playing the game. Originally, before I bought the game, before I did a free fly week, I originally had this idea in my head is it's such an unplayable state that you couldn't even go to planets. You could maybe do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And because of that, I was curious. And then when I finally did try the free flight weekend, my eyes were open. Yes, there were performance issues with my little old rig. Yes, there were civilians and NPCs cowering or just standing in the T-pose originally when I started playing the game. But the core element, the candy in the middle of this lollipop was attracting me. The idea, the vision behind it is what made me so excited for this game that I went out and I bought $45 of my money and I bought a starter pack. And then I left it for a long time. I came back a few times, but I never really stuck with it. Until recently, I found myself on eBay and I bought myself some joysticks, the Thrustmaster 1600 FCS Space Sim version, installed the software, and I flew in Star Citizen for the very first time. And that was the time that I realized this is how I'm supposed to play this game. The feeling in my chest that I got when I was landing my ship, or when I finally got my first Cutlass Black, that feeling of going to a spaceport and going through the clouds and seeing the rain on Lorville and feeling like I'm in a scenario of Blade Runner, it just made me feel hype. It made me finally understand why people spend countless hours in this game playing it even though it's in such a state, and hate it around the world because of misinformation and also some truth behind performance issues. The fact is, Star Citizen is such a unique game that you have to play it yourself. to truly and utterly experience what is Star Citizen. And I heavily recommend that if there is another free fly week or weekend, grab the copy of the game for free, fly, experience Star Citizen, and then make your opinion about this. No other game does this in early access, where they say, hey, by the way, you can play our game for free on the multiple times throughout the year to experience Star Citizen, to understand Star Citizen. Show me a game that does that. Either they go full play to play, or it's free to play. And they're doing both. They're saying, hey, sometimes you could play a game for free, which I really think is a good idea that Star Citizen is doing that, because it gives the opportunity for the gaming community to actually try it and then whine about it. What was your star-defying moment in Star Citizen? What was your reason you kept playing? What was a moment that you experienced in this game and you were like, I need to keep playing this because this is bloody awesome? Share it in the comment section below. And don't forget to follow the channel and give us a like and a comment. Helps us in the algorithm. And also, if you want to see more of this kind of content, let us know in the comment section below, and I'll work my ass off to get more out there for you guys. Love you with a bit of pie, and I'll catch you guys and girls in the next video. Take care, and goodbye.